Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Actors Hilarity Ensemble of West Michigan. Tonight, we are going to be performing a two-act play, a comedy called The Heist. And I would like to introduce you to our illustrious cast. I'm going to start from the top left across down to the third row. Don Coutier. Patrice Bridges, John Foley, Charlotte Ambrose, Walter Lee, Gary Sanjan, Kathy McFarlane, Adam Hernandez, Ferlin Ammons, Raquel Rivera, yours truly, Patricia Rose, narrator, writer, and director. The story takes place in present time in New York City at a very well-known department store called Lacey's. So let's just step into this story and see what's happening. On the corner of East 34th Street sits Lacey's, New York's finest, oldest department store. This is late summer and shoppers are busy picking out the latest fashions for the season. Lacey's is excited to advertise a one-of-a-kind diamond ring, 200 carat, emerald cut of purest clarity, valued at $3,200,000. Was purchased from a dealer in Paris who sold at Lacey's own Debonair's jewelry store. Lacey's owner felt they needed a holiday boost. It's in all the news. Several celebrities are attending a gala event to showcase the ring and other fine pieces of jewelry for sale during this time. The Blink security company is on guard 24/7. It's a blustery day as two employees enter the back door of Lacey's, punching in their entrance code.
Another beautiful day. Ugh, why didn't I take my sister's advice and move to Florida?
Yeah, you only have to deal with hurricanes there.
Shaking out their umbrellas.
It's only September, and the boss wants me to put out our Christmas specials.
Lingerie has Christmas specials.
Yeah, all the cheating husbands busy buying scanty panties for their mistresses.
And then over to perfumes, where I lead them to the most expensive scents.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Huge posters are hanging from the center aisle and on all the shop windows pictured the $1 million ring and the gala event coming in November.
Well, we'll be staring at those for a while.
We have to give our customers a discount card on future purchases here to help with the celebration. They are playing this big.
Is it going to coincide with the parade this year?
Jake, the security guard, told me that they are already making a huge float with larger than life diamond ring made out of white carnations, spray painted in silver.
Really?
And they got Millie Cypress, the rock star, belting out, "Diamonds are a girl's best friend."
Well, imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
Meet me at lunch?
Sure, after I finish up taking inventory. Oh, my corns are acting up again.
I keep telling you, it's those shoes of yours.
What's wrong with my heels? I love them. They make me feel sexy.
Well, maybe 20 years ago.
Hey.
Seriously, I'll take comfort over sexy in any day.
So that's what happened to you.
See you at lunch. Wait a minute. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the new girl they hired to work at Debonair's Jewelers?
That's her. They'll drive her nuts over the ring.
I heard that's what they hired her for. She's in charge of all inquiries about the ring.
You don't say.
Scene 2, orientation time.
Now, Miss Waite, I expect you understand the gravity of your position. You have to watch people with eagle eyes. Here, let me have your wrist. My, that is small. This cuff and chain would be attached to the ring and box, and there is an alarm that goes off if anyone were to try and take it from you.
A shrill, ear-piercing sound emanates from the box.
Sorry, I should have warned you. But you do understand. The customer at no time is allowed to touch the ring. They can look, but no touch. It is for sale. But they would have to go into our back office with 2 of our security guards to try it on.
My, I guess this is important.
Very.
When I worked for Harrods of London, they had a guy dressed like a woman try on 1-carat ruby ring and walked off with it on. Then it disappeared. They caught him after he had dressed back into a man. It was all in the papers.
Sounds like they weren't very properly prepared.
It's just he had a dart gun aimed at the clerk's crotch. The clerk was just being obliging.
I see. I hope you enjoy working for us. You will meet some of our store staff at our meeting.
Oh, what meeting?
The one we have every day before the store opens. We'll talk to you later. The ring will be arriving next week. I will let you know when. Meanwhile, you can learn the ropes. Chop, chop. Back to work.
Chop, chop. Brother, another anal retentive jerk.
Excuse me, is there something you had to say?
Work. I just need to get back to work.
Now that's the spirit.
Later, Blythe passes a perfume counter where she notices 2 women looking bored. They rearrange their counters.
Excuse me, ladies. You work here, I take it?
If you want to call it that.
25 years next month.
I started a year later. So you are the new girl at Debonair's, I noticed.
Mr. Dick showed you the ropes, did he?
Everything but where the bathrooms are.
Oh, he's a jerk, trust me.
She's right, you know. Keep your eyes out for that one. He has roving hands.
His poor wife, but she has to put up with that one. Huh. You think they don't lace laces the way he carries on.
He used to get me in the hallways, copying a feel when he could.
Why didn't you report it?
Doesn't do any good. 2 gals got fired for complaining about him in the past.
Did he bother you at all?
I need him in the crotch the first time he tried it with me. End of that BS.
I laughed at him and said, sure, let me call your wife to get her permission. He called me a pervert and he hasn't bothered me since.
Hmm. Well, are you gals married?
And it promised to be a nice day. Yeah, Jack, 30 years and still climbing.
Divorced twice with a live-in named Herbie. How about you?
Oh, no, I'm single and loving it. Men are too high maintenance. I have plans, and it doesn't include another heartache.
Smart, honey. You're smart and you're pretty and intelligent.
Keep an eye on the ball. A woman like you can go far in the retail trade.
That's what I hope anyway. Say, who is that little fella standing over there near the fountain? He's been staring at me all day, and it's kind of weird.
Oh, Joe Blow. No, that is his name. He's made
Oh,
And he snoops around the ladies' restrooms, has been caught hanging around the dressing rooms too. He always has an excuse that he needs to fix something when they question him.
He's harmless as far as we know, but ignore him if you can.
I really have to go pee.
Here, follow me. Use the private restroom. We're not allowed in the public ones.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Say, Miss Waite, care to join us for lunch?
Why not? I have to make sure my workstation is locked up first. I have to get used to this once that ring arrives.
Lots of responsibility there.
Yeah, but it keeps me on my toes. Is the cafeteria food here any good?
If you call indigestion good.
Their chili con queso isn't too bad on a cold day.
Oh, let's go down to JoJo's Bar and Grill. His sandwiches are okay.
If you like spicy.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Tell my ulcer that. Grab your umbrella. It's still raining out.
The three women made a dash for a small hole-in-the-wall restaurant across the street. It's small, with red and white checkered tablecloths and fresh bouquets of flowers and vases. It smells of marinara sauce and beer. It's dark when you first walk in. Then the low overhanging lights give it a relaxing ambiance.
Well, well, I see you're giving our ingenue a taste of the working class.
Look, Mr. Dick, don't put on airs here. You've been eating here for years.
Yeah, when they talked about putting a nice restaurant at Lacey's, you voted it down.
The idea is for our customers to buy our products, not spending their money and time loafing around an eatery. Besides, we have the coffee cafe for the impatient husbands waiting for their other halves to finish up shopping.
It's not the same thing, and you know it.
There's a table over there. I'll grab it. Excuse me, sir. I was here first.
Oh, really? I should be a gentleman and let you have it.
James, I should have known. Blythe, this is James Norton. He manages the men's shoe store on the second level.
So, girls, who's your new friend?
My name is Blythe, and I work at Debonair's.
Oh, I get it. You're the gal in charge of the diamond ring that everybody is abuzz. I must say, they picked a pretty one at that.
Me or the ring? Does that mean I get the table?
Hey, be my guest.
James slides up an extra chair for him to sit next to her.
You might as well join us. What's good?
Oh, their minestrone soup is really good and homemade.
I like their lasagna, but it's filling.
Their salads are great for the lighter side.
I think I'll try the soup.
Smart choice.
Oh, God.
Are you all right?
It's that Doreen from housekeeping. She follows me wherever I go.
Oh, she's harmless. She's in love. That's all.
Oh, please, not with me, she's not.
James, if you quit flirting with her.
Hey, I don't flirt. But, ever since I had her try on those sandals and I had to touch her feet, she's just gone crazy on me.
Well, most people like a nice foot massage.
Hey, I didn't massage her feet.
It's safe now. You can sit up. She didn't see you.
I have the cleanest shop in the store. All she does is take her sweet time cleaning. I'll have a pizza and share it with you girls.
Nice. No pepperoni, though.
They all sat chatting and enjoying their lunch and talking about the diamond ring and all the publicity it was bringing the store. James, pudding, with Blythe.
You know, we'll have to do this again, Miss Waite.
I wouldn't count on it.
My lime. Lunchtime is over. Chop, chop. Back to work.
I'd like to chop something. Bring him down to size.
Oh, now, Rebecca. I have first dibs on that one.
Scene 3, catch you later. First week kept Blythe busy learning the ropes. James became a regular visitor at the jewelry store. Blythe liked him, but wasn't about to let him know it. She regularly snubbed him, but to James, it was only incentive to chase her more. Jake Barnes was one of the security guards at the mall. To say he took himself seriously would be putting it mildly.
So you're the new guard they hired to watch over the diamond? Uh-huh.
He said, hiking up his pants and patting his gun and chewing gum.
Jake Barnes at your service. You had to watch out for the touch of grub. Let me tell you again. You had to watch out for the touch and grab bunch.
Touch and grab?
Yeah, they work. Yeah, they work in pairs. They get to walk with y'all while the girl she asked to trying to get on some rings. And the other distract you, running with his jaw. They managed to get away with some flyers and a ring sizer. I called a couple of them into the cops. Slap their hands and their backs at it again. They love to take it all the free stuff like pens at the banks and candy samplers. They work at the mall pretty good. Most they pick your pocket.
I would think by now you would know them once they come in.
They wear wigs and stuff. They got cousins that work at the mall too.
That's got to be a pain.
That's why they hired me. They know better not to mess with Jake here.
Shrugging his shoulders and pushing out his chest.
Maybe we can do some coffee sometime. What do you say?
I'll think about it.
Okay, you get into any kind of trouble here, just call on Jake. Here's my card.
He hands her his card and winks, clicking his mouth, and saunters off.
Jake, have you seen James today? I didn't see him coming to work. I hope he's all right.
Look, Doreen, give the guy a break, will you? He told me he had a tooth puller.
You mean the dentist?
That's what I said. Say what you wearing. Say what you wearing. There's some kind of cologne or something. It smells nice.
You like it?
Sure I do. It takes a man's mind off of stuff, puts him in another direction. But your hair, the hair you doing something different there too.
You're the only one who noticed.
You're a good-looking broad there. Say, would you like to stick the gum, peppermint, spearmint?
Sure. Why not? Thanks for the info on James, but gotta go clean Mr. Dick's office. I'm running late.
Yeah, chop, chop. Yeah, catch you later. Hey, what are you two up to? Trying to trick old Jake? Yeah.
He chases the two young men down the corridor. One of the wigs around the corner.
Hey, Diamond Lady, call the cops. Use my card.
A wild goose chase starts up and down the halls and onto the escalators.
Thought I didn't know what I was doing, did ya? I got your numbers.
He pulls his stun gun, but it sticks in his holster.
Down on the floor now.
His gum goes flying out of his mouth.
Damn, get down on the floor, or I have to use my stun to stun you.
Pulls out the stun revolver and shoots himself in the foot. Now his whole side goes numb.
Where's the safety on this thing?
Meanwhile, the local police have arrived. The two men off to the precinct for booking. Thanked Jake for his help and snickered at his floppy leg.
Are you all right, Jake?
Yeah.
You
Come with the territory. Let's say that again.
Pushing his chest out, he says,
They come to the territory. They call me Thrifty at the training academy.
I feel safer knowing that you're on the job.
Thanks, babe. No, how about that cup of coffee? I'm due for a break.
Hey, why not? But my heart belongs to another Jake.
Oh, we'll see.
He winks and clicks his mouth. Scene 4. The two geniuses.
Charlie, come here a minute. Take a look at this blueprint.
Yeah, what about it?
Look, are we going to do this job or not?
I don't get it, boss. Where do I fit in?
Well, get your pants in a bunch. You need another cup of coffee there, Seamus. It'll set you straight.
You're the one who needs to get it straight.
He shoves Charlie and he pushes back. The two of them wrestling across the room. Joe, as usual, breaks them up.
That's it. We're either going to do this job or I'm going to get somebody else.
Hey, Seamus, I can take his place. What do you say?
Hey, we're cousins. Blood's thicker than water there, pal.
Don't remind me. Now, look at this blueprint. We got to get ready for this heist.
Yeah. How many times we got to go over this?
Until we got it ready. Now, Joe, you work here, so you know all the ins and outs. You're the inside man.
That's good, right?
The two men unroll the blueprint and go over the entrance and exits to the jewelry store. Joe looking on. In the lower basement level fire escape that can be used to reach the upper level just under the store.
Now, plan A.
Yeah.
If you say that one more time, I'm going to bust you in the chops.
Who died and left you boss anyway? I thought we was doing this together. A team, right?
Me too, fellas. Me too.
Who had the little college and who quit school to sweep floors at the fast food? Oh.
Hey, I wanted to meet some chicks.
Now I ain't talking chicks. Yeah.
Seamus hits Charlie aside the head, knocking his cap off.
Now, one more time. Listen up.
Plan A. We come up from the lower level using their fire exit into the store. Dressed like custodial staff. Joe, you keep a lookout. Gloves on, leave no prints. I shoot out the store cameras with my silencer. Close and lock the main door to the jewelry store. Put up the sign that says, closed emergency repairs. What about the customers?
If there are customers, we ask them to leave first, as we are there to repair an overheated wiring system. Then we get out the equipment in the satchels to break the laser beam protecting the ring. You snatch them, I put them in the lead-proof box, so they can't be traced and leave when we leave the place.
You think of everything, Seamus. I might think you are smart.
And don't forget it. Now, plan B.
I have to dress in drag to case the store, pretending I'm looking at diamonds. Ask the clerk where the famous diamond ring is?
No, don't be so obvious. You ask her, is there any way the public can admire this ring? Of course, we know the security is there, very strong, so our job is to make sure that we beat them to the punch. I arrive dressed like a security officer, break the laser beam, and you and I make a quick snatch for the ring, out the back door, down the lower level, out into the back alley where our car is ready to go.
Maybe I'm no rocket scientist, but plan B is really risky, I think.
You worry too much. It'll work, you'll see. Nerves of steel, Charlie. You gotta have nerve.
Did I ever tell you fellas I used to be a bouncer before I took this job?
Where were you ever a bouncer?
At the Zodiac Jazz Bar.
Whoa, just goes to show you, you think you know somebody. Oh, who would have thought?
All this thinking makes me thirsty. Can we get a pint?
Oh, you read my mind.
Seamus rolls up the blueprint, puts it in their hiding place at their little walk-up apartment, and go downstairs to the local Irish brewery, O'Hare's Pub. Scene 5, lunchtime at Lacey's. Margie and Rebecca having lunch in the store cafeteria, talking about their day.
Can you believe these customers? I told the woman that this was our best-selling cologne and it's on sale half off.
Which one?
Lusty Dreams.
Oh, that one. Oh, it smells like yesterday's wilted roses.
That's what she said.
Well, sometimes the customer is right.
You're no help. A lost sale isn't good for my commission.
After all the years you've worked here, you should be winning Salesman of the Year award and bonus.
Oh, how nice of you. You should be up for that one and vote too.
Well, Mr. Dick plays his favorites, and you know he's been chatting with the new girl pretty much.
Till his wife gets wind of it. She can be awful. Remember the time she knocked out that woman's teeth?
Her dentures went flying.
Yeah, and he had to pay for the lawsuit.
Good spirits are we in, ladies? Keep an eye on your time. Lunch will be over soon, and you need to
Chop, chop.
That's right. I like it. I like the spirit. Continue on.
Don't look now, but here comes James.
Well, hello. How are my favorite girls today?
Shouldn't you be saving that for the new gal?
Well, maybe you could help me.
Help you?
Yeah, Miss Waite, she is really a cool one. I really like her, but I'm not quite sure how to approach her.
I think she's a career girl. Men are secondary.
Yes, but I don't know a woman who isn't flattered by attention and say, oh, a bouquet of red roses with a note inviting her to dine with you.
You really think so?
I would definitely give you brownie points. Oh, but come on, casual. Don't be pushy.
Not with that one. She's got her crap together.
I don't know. James is a catch, and the ladies do swoon over you.
Really? I do admire women, but I'm holding out for the right one.
Well, you might be holding out for a long time for that one.
Doreen would snatch you up in a heartbeat.
Hey, she hasn't been around yet today, has she? She's like my shadow.
Well, she's crazy over you, and everybody on the floor knows it.
I don't know how many times she's tried on shoes in my department. She's always asking for help. Oh, good Lord, there she is. Bye. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, was that James? A question for him.
I bet you do.
No. Seriously. My sister is getting married and wants to know the best shoes for her dress.
Sounds like somebody's lucky in your family.
I'm the maid of honor and I need the right shoes too.
At least you're helping James with his commission. I have some cologne you might like. It's on sale.
Scene 6, Melva.
Great to see so many faces ready to get to work. The meeting will be short this morning.
Boy, here we go again.
I think by now you have all met our new staff member, Miss Waite from London. She has a lot of experience in the sales of diamonds. Harrods is noted for their fine jewelers. That's not to say that Debonair's cannot hold its own. I'm sure Miss Waite has a few words before we start our reports.
Thank you, Mr. Dick. It is my honor to work with such a fine staff. I do miss my tea breaks, however. But getting down to as to why I am here, I have been bonded by Harrods of London to take care of and keeping this diamond safe. The white marble, as we call it. There is none other in the world quite like it.
Miss Waite, do you honestly think we will sell it here?
There's always that possibility. It's very high profile, and people from around the US will be coming here to see it as well as other countries.
That's quite a responsibility.
Yes, it is. And I take it seriously.
You seem a little small, dandy for this job.
And your meaning?
Mr. Barnes, don't be insulting.
No, let him continue.
What if I want to overwhelm you and get to the diamond?
Not sure what you mean.
Let me demonstrate.
Jake makes Blythe walk out and stand in front of him. He goes to take her down. When out of nowhere, a ninja, who knew, comes alive in her. Before Jake could utter a word, she had kicked him in the crotch, struck a blow to his throat, and while he was coughing, she flipped him over her back and onto the floor. Wild applause rang out through the lobby.
You are some kind of doll. Wow, I have to meet you in the dark alley.
I'm taking your advice and I'm taking it real slow.
Listen up, everyone. Chop, chop. Let her finish.
Without a hair out of place.
In 2 weeks, the ring will be arriving using Blink security. There will be a lot of media coverage and people crowding around to see it. No one, and that is no one, is allowed into the jewelry store until we have Mr. Barnes here stationed at the entrance to the store. Security passes only on the first day. Then as the holidays approach, the general public will be allowed to see the ring under watchful eyes and private viewing only, and only if an offer to buy the ring has been made. That will be all.
Thank you, Miss Waite, for your comprehensive details and the karate lesson.
That's Krav Maga, Mr. Dick.
Where is he?
Oh, brother, look what the cat dragged in.
Melva Dick, the one and only.
Have you seen Richard?
Are you referring to Mr. Dick?
Of course I am, you idiot. Who else would I be looking for?
You can find him at Debonair's Jewelers.
I suppose he's chatting up that new floozy from London.
I couldn't say. We have work to do.
That's right, Miss Dick. Chop, chop.
Melva goes off in a huff, searching for her husband. She sees him talking with the employee with his hand on her waist. Richard?
My dear, whatever are you doing here this time of day?
Looking for you.
Whatever for? I gave you your allowance for the week.
Well, it's a matter of extreme importance.
Oh, all right. Meet me at the coffee cafe. Later, Miss Wade.
Sitting in a cafe.
Now, what is so important that you interrupt me at work? You know how I abhor that.
Well, before you go off on one of your lectures, hear me out. I got a phone call from your sister, Chloe.
I thought she was in Paris with her latest gigolo.
She is, but she got it in her head to come here to see the ring.
Oh, brother, just what I don't need. Her prancing around in her condescending way. Where does she have enough money to buy this ring anyway?
Aeroboil.
What?
If you'd pay more attention, her current boy toy is heir to a fortune in oil from his dying father. They could buy the ring and the store with everything in it.
I see. Then I guess we better cater to her whims.
Good advice, I'd say. I'll see you at dinner at the new bistro, and please don't talk about that floozy. That's your new crush. Later, I'm off to get my hair done.
A facelift too, while you're at it.
What, dear?
Take the lift downstairs, dear. Later.
Scene 7. Debonair's grand opening. The ring arrived via Blink's security. The police lined up across the front of the store as the gala event attracted a large mob of people. Celebrities were ushered in. First assistants cheered them on. Photo ops with a famous diamond were taken inside the store before it opened.
Today's the day. The store will be packed. Could you go a little easy on the mascara? It's hard enough to see as it is.
You need to straighten out your nylons. They're hanging a little low in the crotch.
Well, that's because you didn't get them in the right size. Extra large, I told you. My calves are big from working out.
Yeah, and your mouth gets a workout too, that's for sure. Hey, anytime you give me the word, I'll get somebody else to do the job.
Don't go getting wired on me now.
What did you say? I've about had enough out of you.
Seamus and Charlie are at it again, wrestling across the room. The barkeep hollers up from below. Will you two knock it off? You're causing ceiling dust to getting the Guinness.
Now look at what you did. You ripped my organza blouse, and I really liked it.
Oh, Charlie, be careful. You're starting to sound, like a pansy.
And these heels. Could you have gotten them any higher? I'm walking on stilts here.
Practice makes perfect. Let me adjust your wig. There. That's better. You look like some of the bras I've seen in the dives.
You're jealous is all. I get to make my acting debut. Maybe I'll be Spielberg material.
I wouldn't count on it. You ready? Let's join the fun and see how you do as a broad.
I'm not a broad. I'm a lady. Call me Charlene. I like that. Charlene.
Let's hit it, Charlene. It's running late. Hey, Joe better be keeping an eye on things.
The two men headed to Lacey's. There was standing room only, everyone crowding to get in. They saw a couple of movie stars and their favorite basketball player, and McGregor the boxer. Charlie was shaking. He was so nervous.
Yo, Charlie.
Charlene.
Oh, let's walk past Devonaire's. Wow, standing room only.
Oh, hey, you guys. You can't go in. Just having a private party. Entertain guests only. Say, miss, you need some comfortable shoes. Never could figure out how you girls walk in those things.
Officer.
Charlie managed his croak.
You don't sound too so good. Like some gum, spearmint?
Jeez, thanks.
No problem. Should come down around here in another week or two. I'm coming back then.
Get a move on.
Seamus shoves Charlie.
What's with chatting up the mall rat?
He was being nice.
No, nosy. That's what. I keep telling you, Charlie, you can't trust anyone with this.
Gotta sit down. My back is going out. My feet are swelling out of these shoes.
Well, work it on. Remember, this is our trial run. Check this out. I knocked this thing off with that guy from the blue suit.
Oh, nice. A Rolex?
Nah, a knockoff, but it's still quality.
Hey, lingerie. Can we take a peek?
Whatever for.
Honey, she loves this stuff.
You'd better not be running your jaw on what we're doing here.
Swear on my mother's grave, Seamus. I'm crazy, not stupid.
Oh, let's keep it that way.
Can I help you, dear?
Get some good nighties, the see-through ones.
For yourself?
No, my girlfriend.
Seamus punches him in the ribs.
My boyfriend. He likes that look.
So I see. Been a couple long?
Too long. Come along, baby cakes.
They walk quickly to exit the store. They're standing there while Charlie tries to catch his breath. A little girl is standing with her mother looking at Charlie, and in a loud voice announces, "Hey, miss, you need to shave your legs."
Oh, that's it. We're out of here. I need a pint.
As he pulls Charlie down the hall, hanging on for dear life, not to trip and fall in his shoes from hell. Scene 8, a little night music. It's a week out, things have calmed down a bit. Blythe has received a beautiful bouquet of red roses and a bottle of expensive perfume with a romantic note from James attached.
You know, Blythe, if you aren't going out with this guy, I am. Just to get that perfume. You know how much that costs per ounce?
I don't know, maybe a one-time dinner wouldn't hurt.
Now you're talking.
James stopped by to see how Blythe liked the flowers and the perfume. She said it was thoughtful, and yeah, she would join him for dinner. They ended up at a high-end restaurant called The Dove later that evening.
You know, I must say, you look lovely in that dress. It just makes your eyes sparkle.
You do have a way with words, but then again, you're a salesman.
Now, that's not fair. This is just a guy being honest.
Point made.
So, how long were you in London?
I was born just outside of the major city. I also grew up there. Went to the university, got a degree in philosophy, and did a stint for the Ministry of Defense.
Whoa, my, you are full of surprises. How did you ever end up here? Aren't there any guys waiting for you back at home?
My cousin told me that Harriet's had an opening in their jewelry department. They liked my resume and the pay was good. And I was in love once, but he broke my heart.
A lovely person like you? I just find that so hard to believe.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, let's see. I'm a native New Yorker. My dad worked here at Lacey's. And until he retired, he worked in the shoe department. And then after college, I toured Europe. I got engaged to my college sweetheart till she met Mr. Right. That wasn't me. So I settled down here and I don't know what I really want.
At least you're being honest.
After their dinner, they went to a nightclub and enjoyed each other's company. They took a cab back to their apartments. James walked Blythe to her door and gave her one passionate kiss. She returned the kiss in full. Okay, intermission, and we go on to part 2. Scene 9, the parade. The day of the Lacey's parade had arrived. The streets were lined with people eager to cheer on their favorite floats. Local TV stations were there with their camera crews and commentary on the national stations across the country, a yearly tradition.
Can you see the float yet?
I don't know why you brought me out to this thing. My bum is frozen.
Good gravy, Margie, for crying out loud. Where's your team spirit? You know, Blythe is on all the networks now, talking about the diamond.
I know. Jack's got a crush on her and a lot of other guys. She's become quite the celebrity.
Good publicity for the store. Speaking of which, don't look now, but old man Dick is in front of the store talking to the reporters.
We'll never hear the end of this.
I know.
Hey, Charlie, where's Seamus?
I tried to get him out of the pub.
Hey, isn't that Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, something's wrong.
What? She's supposed to be on the store float.
Just then, Jake pulls up on a motorized Segway and asks Millie to hop on with him. He was taking her to the store float. She was running late. She looked rough. He got her there just in time as he helped her up onto the float. The crowd saw this and they were cheering.
You welcome, Doubtface. Anytime. Jake Barnes at your service.
Winking and clicking at her.
Doreen, you made it.
Thought I might catch James out here.
He's in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, maybe you and I could catch some grub after the parade. What'd you say?
Oh, I guess.
He tries shoving off on a Segway and falls as a scooter bumps the curb and knocks over a sign. Embarrassed, he picks it up and straightens out the sign.
These things are tricky. I'll catch you later after the parade.
Hey, Doreen, enjoying the parade?
Hi, Joe. Thought you had to work today.
Nah, it's my day off. I was thinking maybe you and I can catch a drink after the parade.
Already taken.
James, I guess.
No, Jake from security.
I'm gonna watch that guy. He's quick. Ladies' man, you know?
Watch it. Don't worry.
Joe, where the hell have you been? Seamus is buzzed and ready to rumble.
I was only talking with Doreen here. Jeez.
I'm telling you.
Are you two idiots ready to watch the float? We need to be casing everything there is to do with the diamond.
He staggers forward.
Easy, Seamus. Those pints will do you in.
He takes a swing at Charlie and misses.
Ease up, guys. Here comes the float now.
The float pulls up in front of Lacey's storefront. Millie Cypress starts belting out her song as crowds are cheering. She stops halfway through the song, as her voice is nothing but a whisper. She jumps off the float, running toward the store. The pre-recorded voice keeps singing, and no Millie. Jake, seeing her, runs in after her, only to be stopped by the police. People start to scream. When she jumps, she struck a guide wire and it snapped. And then the others broke too. The large diamond ring teetered and went crashing into the storefront, barely missing Mr. Dick and his wife, as hundreds of carnations went flying everywhere and made a hit with the news, that is. The cleanup, scene 10, a surprise for everyone. The cleanup took a while as other marchers and floats had to take a detour to get around the wreck.
Oh, good Lord. Lawsuits. I can't wait.
Now, Richard, don't carry on so it's not your fault.
I'm sure the CEO isn't going to see it that way.
Well, if Sexy Pants hadn't taken so long to get on the float and hold up the works, she's facing legal problems too. Broke her contract.
Please, Melva, enough. I'm getting a terrible headache.
You need a good stiff drink. That'll lighten you up. Come on, let's go. O'Hare's Pubs for a shot or two.
Really, Melva? Isn't that beneath you?
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. Joe stood in front of the store while the city workers came and cleaned up the mess. They were giving huge bouquets of carnations to passerbys. The TV cameras were rolling. Jake,
Come on,
traffic.
come on. Hey, watch it, buddy. This ain't no racetrack, you know.
Jake, maybe you should let it go. I'm getting hungry. Can we go?
Look, babe, I'm working here. I'll catch you later. Sorry.
Oh, man, always the same.
Oh, what happened here? It looks like a cyclone hit. Mr. Dick must be beside himself. He was really counting on this being something big for the store.
It's front page news. It's the New York Times, and we'll be in the New Yorker all over the major networks.
A couple reporters caught Blythe talking to Doreen and started after her. Before she could get away, they caught her.
No, I wasn't here when it happened. I was up in the newsbox headquarters watching the parade.
Yes, I saw the whole thing. And no, I'm not anyone special, but I just work here, a sanitation expert. And that's what they call my department now.
He lied. Blythe grabbed Doreen by the arm and pulled her into the store.
They'll eat you alive like the paparazzi.
First time I felt important.
You are important, and don't forget it. I gotta get back to the store and check on the diamond.
It was a talk of New York, even on the late night talk shows. After a week or two, things had died down, and James returned from Florida with a nice tan.
Hey, I'm sorry I missed all the action. You know, I watched it on the news down in Tampa.
It was crazy around here for a while. Drew bigger crowds than the Diamond first couple of days.
If you ask me, I'm glad it's over. I want to get back to normal.
Well, you think you girls would like to have lunch with me? Blythe, she's going to tag along.
Yeah. Does your tan look great, big boy?
Winking at him.
Mr. Dick hasn't been the same since the incident. He walks around with a cloud over his head.
It's not like it was his fault. I mean, the singer had laryngitis. She should have bowed out that date if she wasn't feeling well.
Well, it's pretty hard to replace people last minute though, with contracts and all.
You are right.
Leans into him.
Wait a minute. I didn't recall you wearing a diamond before, and it's gorgeous.
Oh, it's a knockout. Wait a minute. You two are,
Engaged. Yes, we are.
She picked me up at the airport and I went right down on my knee, right in front of everybody in the concourse, and I just asked her.
And I said yes.
You dog.
What do we have here? A private party? And what is this I see? A diamond on your hand?
It is. And I'm happy to say I agreed.
I called her every day after I left Tampa. I wanted to stay for the parade, but duty calls because I'm in the reserves and we had a camp out that weekend.
Congratulations. But what about London then?
Well, I already put my resume in at Harold's, and with my dad backing me, I might be drinking tea with my sweetheart one of these days.
Are you getting married? And when?
You'll be the first to know. We're taking our time.
Oh, this is so romantic.
Scene 11. The plan is taking place.
Where's Joe?
I think he's working at the store overtime. They're still finding debris from the float.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
No, he's been hanging up lights for the Christmas extravaganza at Debonair's. Big crowd expecting.
Oh, I gotta go see him and go over an escape plan.
We ready?
As good as can be expected with you two. Let's go find him.
I don't gotta dress up like no broad, right?
You realize you have mascara on from the other day. Let's go.
The two men arrive at Lacey's and check out areas looking for Joe.
You two are looking for something?
Our buddy, Joe, he works here, custodian. We need to talk with him.
About stuff.
Seamus hits him in the ribs.
Oh,
He wants to join us for pizza. Come to pick him up.
Joe doesn't like pizza.
Says you.
Hits him in the ribs again.
Oh,
He's working in the storeroom, I think. It's down in the hallway to the next to the restroom.
Thanks.
They walk down the hall.
If you open your mouth like that again, you will be missing some teeth. Understood?
They walk into the storeroom and they hear someone talking. Then they spot him, Joe, and he's hand washing mannequins.
Now, Rita, you know you're my favorite. Those cold blue eyes. Don't worry, Daphne. You're next, I promise. And how's my mitzy, pouty little lips?
Seamus clears his throat.
Hey, Joe, what's happening here?
Oh,
Dropping his
boss.
off.
What you guys doing here, Charlie?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Working. I'm working. I can't do this in public.
I can see why. So, you know these girls?
Listen, you two schmucks. The heist goes down tomorrow. I need you two ready, willing, and able. Play with the dolls and get serious. We meet at my apartment and get our gear ready. The store will be busy with shoppers and Santa for the kids. Perfect time for us to pull this off.
Now?
Yeah, now.
Scene 12, the big day arrives. It's a typical day at the store. Shoppers running around getting Christmas deals. Mr. Dick just getting back from his lawyer. Richard, don't let this get you in a foul mood. I have some more news for you.
Go ahead. Hit me with it.
Your sister Chloe and her fiance are in New York and planning a visit to see the diamond today.
Melva, get my ice pack. I feel a headache coming on. Chop, chop.
Now look on the bright side. Maybe she'll buy it. What a boost for you. I think everyone will be more forgiving over this fiasco.
I hope so. Where's Blythe?
Talking with a customer.
I'm going to miss her.
Yeah, you say that about all of them.
Now, Melva, although you are a royal pain in the... Whatever would I do without you? You are the only one who puts up with me.
I'll remember you said that. Now, chop, chop. Back to being in charge. He kissed her on the face and walked away. Jake noticed when he saw the three men from the other day. He said,
Piece of my foot. I don't trust those clowns.
he tailed them in the store, but lost them.
Break up, guys.
Why?
If you ask me that again, I'll cold cock you right where you stand.
Boss, I'm ready to check all the locks in the fire exit and be sure no one's using it before we start.
Good thinking, Joe. Maybe there's hope for you yet. Just keep our mouths shut, both of you.
The men made their move. There was only two customers in the store. One sounded Arabic, and a tall, slender woman was with him, very well dressed. They were talking to Blythe.
Are we ready?
Coast is clear, boss.
Okay, Joe. Check our car and be waiting for us in the alley.
Seamus and Charlie, dressed like technicians, entered quickly.
You folks will have to come back later. We have found an electrical problem here and it goes down the walls. So, for your safety, we have to have you leave. The store will reopen shortly after we check the problem.
Yeah, you can get a coffee down the hall at the cafe. Thanks for coming in. That rock is a beaut, isn't it?
I swear to God, if we weren't here, I would take you down.
Charlie gets grabbed in the crotch and pinched.
Oh, I got it. Have a nice day, folks.
He quickly ushered the jewelry clerks out of the store, but Blythe isn't moving.
Oh, no heroics, doll. This is dangerous.
Charlie closed and locked the main entrance to the store, stuck up a sign that read, "Closed for repairs," while Seamus shot out more cameras with a silencer. With the door closed, it was hard to see inside. Blythe ran to grab the ring and box, but before she had a chance to set the alarm, Seamus burned it out with his laser gun.
You can't get away with this, whoever you are. Interpol will hunt you down. It's a hot item. Who's going to buy it from you anyway?
We're going to South America and lay low for a while. A dictator there has already got the money ready for us.
Trying to hold back his temper.
You want me to get a PA system so you can announce it all over the store?
Him and Charlie started wrestling again. Joe has returned and grabs Blythe. She gives him a couple of martial arts moves, and he's on the floor. Then she grabs for the other two, the three of them kicking and jumping about the store. When Joe gets his bearings, the three are fighting. He spots the ring, puts it in his jacket pocket, and sneaks down the back stairs into the alley and heads to the airport.
South America, here we come, baby.
I tell you, those guys were good. Who thought they were going to pull this one off? It be in the history books.
You didn't get hurt, Jake.
Hey, Dollface, what's up with the tears?
He takes his hand and wipes her cheeks.
James is going to leave and want to be back to solo again.
You always were, honey, with that guy. How about we go out tonight, to the slot, and I'm treat you to the best meal in town. Really.
I don't know.
He kisses her on the lips.
Let's do it.
And now the epilogue. There was a lot more press at Lacey's again. Reporters, police, and detectives, and Interpol showed up, as the diamond was originally from Europe. More TV talk shows with Blythe and Mr. Dick. Faces plastered all over the newspapers. It was promising to be a boon year for Lacey's with all the notoriety. Things were working all right for some. Seamus and Charlie got adjoining cells at Rikers Island.
Almost New Year's, Margie. Got any plans?
Oh, I don't know. Herbie actually promised me a meal at the Swan. I guess all this notoriety with the stores intrigued him.
We should make it a foursome. What do you say?
We deserve it after all we've been through.
And there goes Jake and Doreen.
Well, who would have thought?
They make a cute couple.
Well, you know they do. And Mr. Dick and Melva are taking vacation after all this time with his sister and her fiance going to Dubai. Her boyfriend is loaded.
Wow, they're doing it up big.
And I can't wait. And Blythe and James are going to London for a while, then getting married right here in New York for all of us to attend.
What a movie this would make.
Sure would. Hey, did you hear the latest gossip? They're missing a mannequin from the storage room.
Strange.
Well, that's what I thought.
It's a beautiful day in Rio de Janeiro. You can see a man in dark sunglasses riding in a Mercedes-Benz convertible with a top down. He's sporting a cigar and a Panama hat. He reaches over and places a white Panama hat on his girl.
Don't want you getting burned, my dearest Rita.
Da, 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 da. The end. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed our version of The Heist.